feel the changes NASCAR made to the appeals process this week? I assume you heard him that the appeals panel can't totally modify or can't just wipe out a points penalty if they feel a violation has occurred, and they also have to give a reason for why they modify a penalty. Will that help at all as far as integrity or transparency of the process?
I think as transparent as everything has been now, I think we should do them publicly. Why not, right? Like if it's truly fair, let's just do them publicly and just live stream them on NASCAR.com and let's go for it. So, I think it's, I think this week, and once again, here I am talking about something that I don't have all the facts for, but what from the outside looking in looks like the same two penalties, and you have one that's undone from a point standpoint and one that stays the same is it leads to a lot of questions. And so I think when you start adding rules to the process, I think it it adds more questions in my opinion. So I think that seeing it live would be way more entertaining.
Were you surprised at all by Hamlin's ruling?
No.
That he knows when to quit.
Look, Denny's a smart guy, and I enjoy listening. But you can't start by claiming fault or I don't even know, responsibility for the penalty, especially when it's actions detrimental. I always viewed actions detrimental to the sport penalty as, if it's on the line or you've been on the line, it's, hey, get your shit together. You aren't going to win.
When you see Denny get penalized for that, does that give you reservations about speaking your mind, admitting culpability in anything?
I think that's a much different situation with the way that started. Because when it left the racetrack, there was no penalty. So, and you just, sometimes you just have to stop and really think about what you're doing, and bragging about it is not the way to go about it and win. So, I've loved every minute of it, but you can't go beat your fist on your chest and then try to back up, right? That just doesn't work.
Will it change any way you race as far as, or do you feel like it's still the same boys?
There isn't anything that can detour what I think or say this year. So I'm going to floor it and hope for the best, especially tonight or tomorrow night. So, I have zero to lose. So I'm just going to have fun with it. I am having fun with it. So I'm in a much different position than most everybody else is, as far as I think I have 29 to go. So some of them have 20 years to go. So there's always going to be politics. There's always going to be things you agree with, disagree with, and learning how to be a part of the system, play the system, know when to speak up, not when to speak up. That's all comes with, experience and situation. So, and the only way you learn is to screw it up. So, I'm in the category of been here for a long time, screwed a lot up.
How long did it take you to learn when to talk, when to listen?
I'm still learning that. So, I think it's, I think you just, sometimes you just get to a point where you just need to stop. And I took, I still don't know that I've learned when to stop. But if you complain about everything, you won't be heard on anything.
But if you had to go back to your team and you're sitting there 25 driver points short, and you say you missed the championship by 25 points.
How many weeks ago was that? How many weeks ago was Phoenix? 3. So here we are, right? So we're still talking about it, and that's the worst part about the whole thing is your team. Like, it's not me and it's not the driver, it's the team and having to deal with it. So, it just raises a lot of animosity in in the middle of the team, and they have to answer questions that aren't about racing, and it's just becomes a distraction. So it's hard to keep everybody happy in those situations when you're fighting an uphill battle.